It's Monday morning. We haven't had any crazy dreams yet. I ought to be in my dorm room smelling Vanessa's hairspray and getting ready for class. Unlike some people, I don't leave my homework to the very last minute, so it wouldn't take long. Has she reported me missing by now? Have they called my parents? Are the police looking for Bradley? It's 1984 here. If whatever sent us here also sent us through time, then maybe when we get back, it'll still be the day that we left, and we will never have been missing at all. Of course, Bradley's sister never came back. I stand up, yawn, and stretch. I slept through the night, but I don't feel completely rested. Oh, here it is. I blame the dream. It was in a dark forest at night, but not like the forest around here. This was more like a Louisiana swamp with wet ground and hanging moss swaying in the breeze. Every path looked alike. Everywhere I went, I couldn't find my way out. I couldn't tell if I were walking in circles or the forest went on forever. Then up ahead in the distance, I saw a glimmer of light. I knew it was probably just a will-o'-the-wisp, so I ignored it, but it kept coming closer until it was a giant fireball rushing towards me. And then I woke up. Obviously, my subconscious feels trapped here. There are worse places to get stuck. It's a nice house, we have plenty of food, and the people are alright most of the time. But I want to go home. I want to be in my room with my books and my music and just relax and recharge. I want to feel centered. Here I feel like I'm on stage and I can't get off, and the audience is watching my every move. We're not much more than strangers. What do they think of me, really? Am I annoying, or stupid, or weird? I've been trying to learn to be more social this year. I've spent my weekends talking to people, going to parties, even the state. But when the weekend is over, it should be back to school, back to normal. If I had work to do, I'd feel better. Well, I can't just sit here and stare at these blank walls all day. Time to find out if Alben likes spicy Indian food. As I go out into the hallway, I see Alben coming out of another room. He looks unhappy about something. He walks off before I can think of anything to say. I don't think he even noticed I was there. Interesting. I make my way to the kitchen to prepare my breakfast. Good morning. Is there anything I can get for you? No, I'm fine. You know, you shouldn't have to cook for everyone all the time. Oh, I don't mind. Still, it's not fair to make you do all the work. How about I make dinner for everyone tonight? I can do some good spicy Indian food. I don't know if Nathaniel has the ingredients for that. I'll improvise. That should keep me busy for a while today. I'm not a great cook, but I know a lot of ways to spice up vegetables and rice. But until then, I'm at loose ends. So we know Bradley and Raphael like Indian food. Oh no. You're not going into the room, are you, that he keeps stopping outside? Oh boy, we're gonna get caught. It's gonna be bad. I shouldn't be doing this. It's inappropriate. It's rude. Curiosity may not have killed the cat, but it's gotten my fingers burned more than once. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. This is the room I saw Alben come out of this morning. I want to know more about him, and the answers may lie in that room. So I open the door. This can't be Alben's room. Did Bianca used to live here? Have I actually guessed that maybe... I think I have kind of thought maybe her, like, Bianca and Nathaniel were a thing. Since he's, like, the first one to wake by her side when she wakes up in that one ending I got. It's a very nice room. I step slowly inside, staring in confusion. There's a four-poster bed, much larger and fancier than the bed I've been sleeping on. There's an expensive... Mahalika? Pitcher filled with fresh flowers? Don't know if that's how you say that. There's a dresser topped with scattered jewelry, an ornate hand mirror, and perfume. A lady's perfume. Between the bed and the unopened closet door, a violin case rests on a luggage stand. Have I completely misjudged him? Or is this not his room at all? It could belong to some relative of Nathaniel, and Alvin is only staying here temporarily. This doesn't seem like the room of an angry young man. I expected heavy metal posters, unmade bed, clothes on the floor, overflowing trash cans, piles of half-finished artwork. Hang on. I see a large artist sketchbook on the far side of the room near the windows. Is that the one he had yesterday? I'm not sure. As I walk across the room to look at the sketchbook, I notice the photograph on the bedside table. It's a picture of Alben. Why would he have a photograph of himself by his bed? Something grabs me from behind. Oh, we got caught. Ow! Wow. Alright, alright, alright! Okay, alright! Things are happening! Ah!
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Get off me! Let me go! He twists my arm further up behind my back. Ow!
How dare you come in here? Stay out of the West Wing!
What should Janet do? Should have stayed out of the West Wing is what Janet should have done. Cry for mercy? Or get angry? Ah, we got an angry boy. Gotta get angry. Let's see. What's the best way to get angry? That's not it. That's not it. Goodness gracious me. I don't know why I turned that one. Okay, let's try this way, this way, this way. Nope, not that. This way. Finally. Alright, well that one gave me pause. Okay, let's see if getting angry is the way to go. I ought to be scared. He's got me helpless and I can't even see his face. But all I feel is mad. What are you going to do? Beat me up? Cuff me to a chair? Shoot me?
You have no right to be in here.
Why not? Whose room is it?
My sister's!
He turns and shoves me away hard, causing me to stumble out into the hallway before I can catch my balance. But when he follows, the music turns somber. He closes the door carefully behind him, his face showing anger mixed with grief. There it is. See? We gotta just yell at a guy. Sometimes all you gotta do is yell at a guy. We followed Bradley's advice. Gotta do the macho thing. Your sister is sick, isn't she? That's what Nathaniel meant.
It's none of your business.
It is my business because I'm stuck here, the same as you. And if I don't know what's going on, I'll do stupid things and you'll get upset.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, it might help. I don't want to push him too hard too fast. If he feels cornered, he'll lash out at me. Look, I'm going to be making dinner tonight. Do you like spicy food? I'll take that as a yes. Maybe after that, we can sit and talk for a while.
Maybe.
Okay. Alright. That was good. Just very gently. See how that goes. It took me some time, but at last dinner is ready. Nathaniel's kitchen didn't include ready-made curry powder or garam masala, but there were plenty of other spices that could be mixed together. I think that's more interesting anyway. Cooking is a bit like chemistry, except you're not supposed to make things explode. Good chutney is beyond me, though, even if the right ingredients had been here, so that limits what dishes I can present well. My father would say that a good dinner party should have many different dishes available so that the guests can try a little of everything until they find something they like. If you serve only one dish and someone doesn't like it, it's a problem. Of course, if my father were holding a dinner party, he'd just have it catered, and then it's easy to have a wide selection. Both of my parents can cook, but if they had guests to impress, they'd be too busy with other things than the food. Anyway, what I've ended up with is spiced potatoes, vegetable biryani, and sweet fried bread. Nothing too outre.
Is it done yet? I'm starved.
Yes, come on in. The boys begin to filter in and take their seats. Linz tilts his head curiously, drawing in a long, slow breath of air through his nose and holding it for a few moments before exhaling. All right. He doesn't say anything more.
Thank you very much for preparing all this for us.
Wait until you eat it before you say that. I know I'm not a bad cook, but I don't know what they like either. Anyway, help yourselves. There should be enough. I dished some onto my own plate without waiting for anyone else. I'm hungry. The others follow suit, a little more cautiously in some cases.
Is there any meat in this?
No, it won't hurt you to eat some vegetables. Unless someone has allergies they didn't tell me about.
Vegetables are a side dish.
I'm not forcing you to convert.
I'm sure it will be fine.
The meal progresses quietly for a bit as everyone samples the food. Despite what he said earlier, I'm not sure Nathaniel is enjoying the meal. He doesn't seem to be eating very much. But then, I haven't been closely watching how he eats before. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Linz isn't eating very much either and chews each bite with slow deliberation. He's probably distracted.
This is great!
Don't talk with your mouth full. He just grins at me. So, how's the procedure going?
What?
The thing, with the force field? To overload it?
Yes, that.
He sets his fork on his plate.
Everything is proceeding according to schedule. The store charge continues to increase.
It's hard to imagine needing so much power that it would take days to build up the charge. Short circuits burn out very quickly.
They also have a distinct tendency to explode, which might be entertaining to watch from outside the house.
Even for you, that would be an expensive disaster.
Certainly. I myself am irreplaceable.
At least until you find a way to copy yourself. Can you do that in this universe?
Not yet.
And thank goodness for that. I know it's too soon for you to know, but if you do end up remaining here, do you have any ideas of what you want to do with your future? Well, I was thinking about becoming a doctor, but I don't know. I have an awful lot to learn about how things work here.
You might also be able to discover future advances that you already know about.
Isn't that cheating?
Would you rather keep that information secret and let lives be lost needlessly?
No, of course not. I can see it now. Dr. Bhaskar charges to the rescue, heroically performing unknown procedures on dying patients over the protests of her shocked co-workers because there's no time to explain when lives are at stake. My parents would be so proud. Except that they would never know.
In their hearts, they would.
It's kind of you to say that. In their hearts, they'd probably believe I was murdered. They surely wouldn't believe I'd run away, not after last year. I've been making the best of things. I haven't given up. And if I had just run off, I'm not sure they'd be happy to see me back.
Hey Janet, is there any dessert?
I didn't make any, but there's still plenty of ice cream in the freezer.
That'll do.
Well, at least one person thinks my dinner was a success. So do we have our chitty chat now? If this were really my bedroom, I wouldn't be doing this. It would feel like too much of an intrusion, too much of myself on display for two people who don't know each other that well yet. Aww. You invited him to your bedroom. Well, that's sweet. But this room is just an empty canvas. There's nothing here to embarrass him or me. It's private, but impersonal. I take a seat on the bed and invite him to do the same. He came here following my lead. It's up to me to take charge, and I think I'm better off diving straight in. Tell me about your sister. What's her name?
Bianca.
Is she a rebel like you?
No, never.
I remembered the violin case. A musician?
A very good one.
At last, the droplets of information become a small stream.
When we were very young, we were just alike. We sang together, learned to dance together, even played the piano together. I wouldn't have a haircut unless she got one too. You couldn't have told us apart.
You're twins. Oh, interesting. A sharp, silent nod. Man, that makes it even harder.
didn't matter about boy and girl. We didn't know the difference anyway. Not until school.
What happened in school? He stands up, pacing restlessly.
Everything happened. Teachers didn't think it was right for a boy to be so attached to his little sister. Kids don't think it's right for a boy to act like a girl.
I'm not really sure what he means. I've never had a brother, and my classmates were all girls. At that age, our schools didn't mix much. How are little boys supposed to act?
More rough.
Little girls can be pretty rough, too. I got my face shoved in the mud on the playground more than once.
Did you break their noses?
Of course not. He leans against the wall, the tension leaking out of his shoulders.
After that, we were mirrors. Bianca was the golden girl. Good student, great artist, musician, always winning prizes, teacher's pet.
And you were nothing but trouble.
Something like that.
Were you still friends when school didn't get in the way?
I couldn't be what she wanted me to be anymore. She didn't understand.
I'm not sure I understand either. If they're nearly identical twins, then he could have done just as well in school as she did if he'd wanted to, right?
She was always dropping hints about gifted programs and music camps I could go to, but she never had the guts to really ask me. She just waited and watched and gave me that disappointed look.
Well, she must have liked your drawings anyway.
No. She'd just get frustrated that I wouldn't take art classes.
Why didn't you?
Because they'd call me Faye.
Interesting. So it's called... So they say Faye in this world instead. Poor Alvin. I'm a boy. I don't know. I like being with my sister. Oh, this is so sad. I'm feeling all sad.
Don't you get it, Janet? Little boys who dress up and play the piano and do ballet get the crap kicked out of them.
What school would let that sort of thing happen? Where were the teachers?
Laughing.
Your universe doesn't sound very nice. Except this isn't just another universe. Oh, it is also in the past. Were things that bad at home in the 80s? I don't really know. Yeah, I kind of forgot that part, that it is in the 80s. Teachers are supposed to look out for the students. I got jumped on the playground a few times, but I was never really hurt. If I had been, people would have been expelled and their parents shamed by the scandal. A boy who liked ballet might be teased a little, I suppose. But even if he were gay, there are clubs for that now. Maybe not so many in Memphis, but the teachers wouldn't dare stand by while someone got hurt. They'd be sued. Alben is clearly not gay. He was just a sensitive and artistic little boy, and his school should have been proud of him. If I ever see your teachers, I'm giving them a piece of my mind. Didn't your sister ever stick up for you?
How could she? Bianca would never so much as raise her voice to someone. She thinks the best of people. She's a pure and delicate angel. Everything I could never be.
And now she's in the hospital and you can't even visit her. You must miss her very much. That explains... Wait, no. Actually, it doesn't. Why does your sister have a room in Nathaniel's house?
Because she was dating Nathaniel.
I was right. He never said anything about having a girlfriend. Of course, it's not like I asked, either.
Sounds like a perfect match, doesn't it? If they didn't quiet and nice each other to death.
I guess so. Nathaniel must be worried, too. He doesn't show it like Alben does, but then I don't know him as well.
Oh, this music.
So, what about you?
What about me?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Not at the moment.
Have you had a lot of girlfriends?
I suppose. Nothing serious, though.
Why not? He shrugs.
Never met one I wanted to stick around that long.
Well, if it's just that, he's never dated the right girl. A girl by the name of Janet Bascar. These conversations are always weird to have where you're like talking to your crush. Is like, so what do you look for in a girl? You know, I'm not asking for me. I'm just, you know, curious. Like, what would you look for in a girl that you'd like to date? Dear, oh dear. What sorts of things do you like in a girl?
Good sense of humor. Can take care of herself. Doesn't whine.
What about bossy?
Better that than clingy.
Whoops.
The perfect woman can hike off into the jungle, kill a deer, drag it home, skin it, cook it, and have it ready for dinner without having to bother me about it.
That's very specific. Ew, that's disgusting. Of course, I just realized he said that because she's a vegetarian. Oh, Alben, I love you. Deer don't even live in the jungle.
How about riding her own motorcycle to get me takeout?
What, you're too lazy to do it yourself? You're not living up to your potential. Yeah, I was gonna say... saying that line was probably not the best. It was going so well up until that point.
That's not funny.
Huh?
Never mind.
What did I say?
It doesn't matter. I should go.
Once again, I feel helpless to respond as Alvin walks away. Damn you, sensitive soul. But I'm making progress. Even if he's cold and touchy, I know he cares. Cold and touchy. Whew. He's trusted me with his secrets. That has to mean something, right? Ugh, progress was being made and then it stopped. Darkness like velvet surrounds me, warm and soft, blacker than the blackest night. But somewhere in that void there's a guiding star. It's the only thing that I can see, my only point of reference. And so, of course, I walk towards it. The light is the way out. Home. My family, my future, it's all waiting for me in the light. But wait, isn't that what they say about heaven? I don't want to go to heaven, not yet. I don't want to die. I turn to walk away from the light, but the darkness behind me has become solid. I punch and kick at the solid wall of black behind me and only succeed in pushing myself towards the light. I don't want to walk into the light. If I can't go back, at least I can stand still until I work out what's going on here. And then the ground under my feet begins to slope. What was that? I don't know what I was dreaming, but I didn't see Bianca that time, but I heard a noise somehow that woke me up. I just can't quite remember what that noise was. There's no one here but me. I wait for a moment, but I don't hear anyone at the door either. Something feels wrong. It's too quiet. Quiet couldn't wake me up. It's like there was... an explosion? I need to find someone who can help. Alvin might be angry with me for waking him, but I don't know who else to turn to. By now, I think I figured out who sleeps where. I tiptoe to his door and knock. Tense moments pass while I wait. Should I knock louder? Get someone else? Investigate on my own? Oh. Hello. Is Raphael the only one who wears clothes when he goes to sleep around here? At last he appears, wearing nothing but a sheet wrapped around his waist.
What do you want?
His pale skin almost sparkles in the dim light, except for the numerous patches of darkness. Scars, bruises, oh yeah. What happened to him? He told me he got beaten up as a kid, but these marks are far too recent for that. Most are months or years old, but not decades. But this is not the time to ask. I gotta stop staring. I heard something, a loud bang. It woke me up. I think something's wrong. His expression hardens.
Go back to bed. We'll deal with it.
But I...
Go back to bed, Janet.
You have to tell me what's going on.
I don't have time for you right now. Go to bed and stay there. We can deal with you in the morning.
He's really upset for some reason. I'd better get out of his way. Alright, I'm going. I return to my room, but I don't lie down. I can't sleep now. Something's happening. I can hear footsteps hurrying along the hallways, up and down the stairs. There's more than one person running around out there. Voices. They sound upset, but I can't make out the words. If there was an explosion, there could be a fire. We could all be in danger. But surely they would shout for me to come out, to get away, not tell me to stay in my room. There's no lock on my door. I could barge in and find out for myself, except that I told Alben I'd stay here. It's not like you could leave the house anyway, because the force field would still be up. Alben. He's been aggressive since we've been here, especially towards Bradley, whom he attacked on the stairs that time. But that was under stress. Bradley had a gun, everyone was scared. I've seen him angry. He's angry a lot. But even when he caught me in his sister's room, he's never really hurt me. I thought he could control his temper. Those scars look like something I might expect on a drunken thug starting fights in bars every weekend. Some stupid macho brute. I could never accept that kind of person, not even as a friend. I certainly couldn't care about someone like that. Never. Am I just fooling myself that there's more to Alben than that? He drinks, he smokes, he didn't bother trying with school, he has no job, he defaced government property. As my mother would say, he's no good. Bianca the angel and Alvin the devil. Why did he send me away without any explanation? I thought we were starting to connect. Because you keep putting your foot in your mouth, Janet. I'll wait a while, and if I don't hear anything else, I'll go back to sleep. But in the morning... and then I fell asleep.